hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
Should I be scared? The feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble or sail away? Or would you have me stay? And what if I escape? I know
I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side, by your side. I'm not afraid. We found something that'll never fade. We can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. I need you by my side. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But we've been living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Poco no mirai wa,誰にもわかるない。
Good morning, Coffee Beans, and how you doing this morning? It's a Monday, and well, craziness, I guess, kind of assumed over the weekend, right? Yeah, I had the Kai tonight. Yeah, he decided to have a meetup. That didn't turn out well. I was going to talk about that this morning a little bit, but it seems to be pretty saturated in the news cycle. Looks like pretty much everybody's covered it. So I don't know of anything that I could offer there is, really. There is a clip that is circulating out there that kind of hints to maybe he knew possibly, there was going to be a large gathering. I don't think, honestly, I don't think he knew it was going to be as large as it was. I think he was a little bit naive. I don't think that whole thing was done with intention or maliciousness. And More than likely, he's just going to have to pay some really big fines. He's probably going to have to make some restitutions to the city of New York. Maybe some restitution to some of the business owners. I'm not for sure. But I don't understand, honestly and truthfully, have we so regressed as a society that we don't know how to act like decent human beings anymore? Are we reverting to our most basic instincts? And if we are, well, Lord help us, I guess. Lord help us. So, anyway, but enough about that. CJ, you know, I was actually starting to feel sorry for CJ. And that was probably foolishness on my part for feeling sorry for the dude. I think CJ's probably getting exactly what he's asked for. Yeah. So let's get on into the show. What do we say? So it's Monday morning. So who ordered a Monday motivator? I know I did. I guarantee you I did. No, I did. So let's talk about FouseyTube. All right. So anyway, FouseyTube has kind of had a little bit of it the last few days. He was traveling, and he come across this young lady, and well,
person. I'm such a dickhead. I'm not. I'm a great person.
I can tell.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm so good.
It's a cult, basically. I'm not kidding you.
You're in a cult?
Yeah.
You're sober?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
no.
cool. I have a Discord, right? With like 8,000 members. Can I send them a picture of me and you kissing? Yeah. To piss them off? Thank you. They're gonna cancel me for this. I don't care though. I have a boner right now. I swear to God, you can feel it under my pants. I swear to God.
what the hell? Damn, Fousey.
Don't tell me.
Don't tempt you with a good time. Would you join the Mile High Club with me?
So I got sold into the sex trade.
You got sold in the sex trade?
That was his
I actually care about this shit because I'm like an advocate for like against sex trading and all that shit.
It was
What
gross.
happened?
He was trying to make me a lot lizard, basically.
A what?
And a lot lizard. I like your...
Yeah,
So
I get it. First of all, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you being this honest. This is a real conversation.
No, it's real. It happens.
My
It
audience
happens
might
every
not
day.
understand, but I've been there. I used to be a sex addict, so I used prostitutes
too.
for years. I used massage parlors for years, so I understand. How long were you stuck under his spell?
About like 7 months.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Look, I just sent you a little something.
Thank you.
You got it.
I went to he had a domestic violence case. I'm sitting there in court, and I'm looking at the screen, and I just got my heart.
So he just sent her $300. A good guy, Fousey, I guess.
Started racing. I'm freaking out, like crying. Because this girl is saying all the things that he said to me,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there. He's having me sit on his side in the courtroom.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, to everybody who's sitting here like, oh my God, you kissed her, da da da. This woman was involved in sex trafficking. The guy who manipulated her and brainwashed her is a piece of fucking shit and deserves to die. So yes, I sent her $300 so she can start removing her tattoo and see her kids this weekend. I'm against that. I'm a sex addict. A lot of the women that I used to get handjobs from were sex trafficked, and I'm so ashamed in that. So if I have a chance to help somebody...
What the hell just happened? What the hell? with these.
Sorry. Sorry. I just joined the Mile High Club.
Do I don't have to, right? I mean, I don't have to say the problem with this, right? So let me get this right. So he meets the young lady. He hit on this girl, kissed her, just so he could piss off his viewers and stuff, right? Then he starts, she's obviously inebriated, right? He then starts ask her if she wants to join the Mile High Club. Finds out that she, according to her story, is a victim of sex trafficking. Says it's very important here because he's an addict to sex addict. Sends her $300. Then we see the camera get reversed. He comes back. Big shit-eating grin on his face, as you can see here. Let me show you here. Big shit-eating grin on his face, as we can see here. And says he just joined the Mile High Club. Okay.
And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love. I swear on everything I love. I just joined the Mile High Club in the airport, in the men's bathroom. I swear to God. Wallah. I had to confess. I couldn't hold it for a fucking second. I didn't go to buy her no fucking snacks. I joined the Mile High Club. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shared that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm lying by.
Okay, I think at this point, I'm pretty sure this is where his chat starts kind of turning against him pretty hot and heavy.
By the way, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. I'm typing I'm sorry in chat. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. You got pranked. You got pranked by FouseyTube. You got pranked by Fousey. And I got exposed tonight. I'm not a good person.
What? All right. So then this is a clip by Augie RFC. He has this little clip here. And it's a whole different demeanor. It's a whole different.
But the girl was sex trafficked, man, and I feel guilty about that. Because I used to mess with girls who were sex trafficked. And the fact that she was one of them makes me feel like absolute shit, dog. And no one's gonna understand that, but I understand that. It's guilty.
What the?
But
I don't. I don't know. I mean, I can't. I think we all know that in the past, Fousey has had some issues when it comes to stability mentally, right? He's had breakdowns. We all remember the big thing, you know, where Keemstar did the big documentary on him and stuff, and he was, you know, I don't know, man. Maybe just a thought. Maybe he just needs to turn the camera off. Maybe he just needs to, I don't know. I don't know. This here looks like a little bit longer clip. This one's coming from the Drama Alert channel. Let's see what it has to say. I know this is after the fact, and he's definitely, you know, get sober. I don't know if sobriety is an issue or not. Jardinosaur, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he has got issues with substances, or I just don't know. But he kind of sounds like he's under the influence or something. But you know, if he's having a manic moment, you know, it could be that as well. I don't know
how big this moment is right now. I spent my whole career pretending to be a good person.
Hey, good morning there, Max. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I was contemplating not calling in, but I hear we're dunking on FouseyTube, so you know I gotta be here for that.
Well, I don't know if I'm necessarily dunking on him or not. I don't know if there's any charitability to be left to give him, you know.
That's the thing. That's the beautiful, wonderful thing about FouseyTube is you don't even really need to dunk on him. The man just does it himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, so here's the thing, because I know that there was a clip going around, I think it was last week, where remember it was the clip where he was singing the rap song and then he accidentally said the whole. We know this too because of our deep, you know, understanding of the lore here.
Yeah.
FouseyTube is the type of person to where he'll do something that he thinks is really hardcore, and then the moment that he understands that the popular, the popular notion is just the other way, he's gonna go and freak out and be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it was because of my mental health problems, I swear I'm a great person, or I'm terrible, please just let me live, oh my god. So like I don't believe any of this, because like this is simple. Like if you were able to do it, like the fact of it is not that you were bragging about doing this, the problem was that you did it, you know. And like you said, at that point, you turn the camera off, man. Like turn the camera off and, and go, you know. His own community doesn't like this. Like,
so let's just, for argument's sake, let's say he didn't. Let's say it was all just a skit, it was a gimmick, whatever. He didn't really, whatever, right? The problem is this woman, right? Is sitting here saying to him that she was this guy she was with allegedly was trying to manipulate, control her to become into prostitution, right? And then your idea is to give her $300 and then run off and then and then come back saying so I mean
I would take that. But the thing is, I've seen his acting, you know, when he was doing the whole thing where he was going around and quote unquote giving money to homeless people. You know, remember when he used to do that? And I know that his acting is a little bit better than what it was in that scene right there, where he, you know, instead of him doing like like maybe if you were trying to act it up, you know, like if I were that big of an asshole, right? Or no, let's say that didn't happen and I was FouseyTube, right? I would come back and I would be like, all right, yo guys, check it out. All right, so I just totally boned this girl in the bath. Like, dude, I joined the Mile High Club and everything. And then when I saw the chat go bad, I would be like, I would just be, I got you guys. You guys really thought I was gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, if it was really a joke, you probably would have been like a little bit more like, more flippant with it. Like, I got you guys. You guys got FouseyTubed. Look at you guys. Look at you, Boo Boo the Fools and thing. But that's not what happened.
No.
He instead went from like, ha ha ha, I did it, like, check it out, to like to instantly like, I'm so sorry, I'm such a terrible person. It's just like, well, dude, it's like this. To be honest, it's the same thing. It's the same reaction that I had to like the N-word clip, where it's like, bro, you making a big deal out of it is a bigger deal than actually having said it. You could have easily just been like, oh shit, I'm so sorry, that was my bad. I never say that. I always say brother, whatever, and then move on. But rather than doing that, he whines, pisses, moans, fucking destroys his bed. It's like, why? Are you looking up the? Oh, are you gonna do some of the lore?
Yeah, this here. This was like 5 years ago. I'm trying to find. There's actually, if you guys go to YouTube and you just type in like FouseyTube Keemstar, you'll find it here. It was 5 years ago. This is the hard truth about FouseyTube. It was a whole documentary.
Right.
This was back in the day where Keemstar was running with people like FaZe Bank, and Rice Gum, guys like that, right? And he went out there because FouseyTube was going to have this big thing where was it Kanye, right? It was him and Kanye, I think it was.
Yeah.
I
think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff. I mean, Fousey was a pretty big guy at
Yes.
the time. He was a pretty big creator. A lot of
He
people
was-
knew who he was. I mean, I guess he is.
Yeah.
Because to my understanding, am I under the idea? See, I'm a little bit confused here now too, because isn't FouseyTube and Keemstar the people that went in together for Happy Punch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're partners.
So-
They're partners in Happy Punch. Yeah.
So is Keemstar playing Game of Thrones here, or what's the deal?
I don't know. Keemstar might need to get his boy. As they say, come out and get your boy, Keemstar.
But why is Drama Alert talking? Like, that's what I'm confused about, because I've been seeing several clips coming out of Drama Alert specifically. And it's like, so...
Well, I think Drama Alert is like its own business now. Keemstar doesn't even, I mean, he does the little drama alerts, but it drops
my
sodium
dear sweet
Snapchat.
summer child, you and I both know that Drama Alert has never been Keemstar's.
Exactly right. I mean,
it's never been his channel.
It couldn't be back in the day because he was banned off of YouTube, and therefore you couldn't have had Drama Alert. But Drama Alert was actually owned by somebody else, and he was just the quote paid actor or paid talent, right? He was a talent, whatever, right? But he did come clean. He actually was able to work a deal with YouTube where he can actually have channels again. He finally got enough good grace with them, got enough good rapport with him over the years that he was able actually to do it. Was Keemstar supposed to retire 2 years? I'm gonna tell you, Keemstar will retire when people quit watching him. That would be the only time that Keemstar ever quits and retires. But anyway, FouseyTube went on this big giant manic episode. I mean, it was something else.
It was wonderful. It was great to watch.
I
mean, great as in like he was being a really terrible person at the time, so seeing his downfall was kind of cathartic.
Yeah, FouseyTube. Yeah, FouseyTube was never one of these creators that I personally like. Oh, he's made new content. Let me check this out. Right? No, he was horrible. Yeah.
Fousey was one of these people where I'd see like one of my favorite content creators make a video on him, and I'd be like, "Let's go!"
Yes, yeah. Colossal is crazy. Did 2 separate videos on FouseyTube.
God, they're good.
If you've never saw those 2 videos,
peak commentary.
When this stream is over with today, do yourselves a huge favor. Open up at the time vault to 2016-ish, 2017-ish, and go and look that up. Here's the thing about FouseyTube. When Clown released, I believe it was his second video, FouseyTube filed a DMCA strike and took the video down. Clown was able to, of course, get it back up, But and I don't
God,
know.
man, it's such a weird thing to try to describe the landscape of that time, because
yeah.
it's like, because people hearing that probably are like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
it was
that happened.
You know, going back sometimes and trying to open up these vaults and then trying to remember some of the stuff, because some of the stuff,
it's convoluted.
Yeah, it is, and it's kind of lost, unfortunately, to the the internet as time and stuff, because some of the stuff I remember, some of the stuff I don't. But at the time, it was big happenings. It was, it was big things. But yeah, anyway, there was this episode, and I think this is probably this. Hopefully, this is the first part of this, because I haven't looked this up in years. I mean, years. But Fousey was standing on top of a vehicle and was screaming at Keemstar, accusing him of trying to kill him. Literally was, yeah. So I think this is it. Let's just see.
You ever met face to face? Oh, no, this for a moment in time. I invested all my money into this event, and I did it for free. My accountant said, Yusuf, where are you going to make your money? I said, that's not a problem to me. I didn't care, right? But before I even got to do the event, before I even got to tell my story, you're making a documentary on it so you can post it after the fact. So if it flops, you can have the hot news on how Fousey fucked up and he should kill himself.
Right.
Or if it's a success, I become a good person. But why are you going to profit on me being...
So that little thing, the KMS thing, just for... This is a very popular term at the time.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's not like that. I'll give him that. At least he's not like lying. Like, that is true. Like, everybody was saying that all the time, everywhere.
Another one was drink bleach. A lot of people was drinking bleach.
Well, that's an extension of that same.
Yes,
one,
I mean, it's just
they got creative with it. They would say, put your head underneath a steamroller.
I mean,
it's
just God.
Let a witch hold your nutsack while she flies. There was all sorts of stuff.
It was just didn't Keem get mad Edwin was going to make a documentary on him? Possibly Abby. I don't remember.
It's because if you say that you're going to make a documentary on somebody, I assume that these days it's probably the equivalent of saying, I'm going to make an expose on you. Which is, I mean, as us, commentary people, we don't take that lightly. You want to make an exposed video on me, like a real one?
Yeah.
It's like them's fighting words.
Yeah.
Being a good person. Why can't I make a documentary on this story? Why are you releasing this documentary?
Rest in peace, Keemstar.
I am saying.
Rest in peace, Keemstar. Yeah, needless to say, the crowd there was not Team Keem.
No,
they were Team Fousey, and there's a point here where he really starts just really spazzing. I mean, he starts screaming and just...
He needs the crowd. If he doesn't have a crowd, he's a baby back bitch. But with the crowd, he's like some sort of a titan.
Alpha Chad. He's Alpha Chad.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it in private. I'm just talking to her, and you know what? My feelings towards you goes nothing towards your group. I love fucking Banks. I love Banks. You know why? That year that I gave up, I would DM Banks at random, and he's at the top running shit in LA, and he would still DM me back. I asked him if I could join Clout Gang in his DMs when I was sitting on my couch smoking weed, playing Fortnite, giving up on life. But he still gave me attention. He didn't say yes, but God wanted that to happen because he wanted July 15th to happen.
Oh yeah, is he still on that kick? Is he still on that? Because he was very religious at this point. Like he was like, is he still on that? Is that still a thing?
Dude, I don't know. I don't watch. It's FouseyTube. I don't think even this when he was quote all about Allah because he's Muslim, and he's
well, how do I
say this without being just I don't know how authentic he was. in
That's what I'm
his
saying.
pursuit of
Because
his
that was
faith.
my
Yeah.
that was my thing at the time. Was like, this seems very made up. But you know that Keemstar's probably fuming mad right now. This is not the dynamic he likes to.
No,
deal
he
with.
does. He does. No, and
I would say, like, honestly, Keemstar would probably just be pissed by the idea that like FouseyTube's on an elevated platform. He would just be like, all right,
yeah, yeah. And
done with this shit.
and here's the thing too, though, right? This is not boding well for the, and it is a little weird. It honestly is a little weird, like you say, that Drama Alert is covering this, but in the past, Drama Alert covered things as they were happening that Keemstar was, quote, friend with people. They still kind of covered it, but they definitely would soft shoe it.
Ooh.
So
maybe, do you think there's a conspiracy here? Should we try to find this original video to see if it maybe has something longer in it? Like maybe, I didn't think about that, but is it possible, and this is maybe for anybody else who wants to do this legwork, go try to find where this original clip is and go, a good 2 or 3 minutes one way or the other way and see exactly how bad things get for Fousey. Because that could be the case. That could very well be the case. It's a controlled opposition, let's call it.
I don't know. The bottom line is I do believe that Fousey has got some psychological things that probably he really needs to be dealing with in private.
No, he's just an asshole.
Well, he is an asshole too, but I still think that there's probably some instability there. But I mean, if we're honest about it, aren't most creators, most artistic people they're very emotional, right? They have ups and downs and whatever. I mean,
you have to be a narcissist if you want to be a popular individual online to some extent, whether it's like, big or small or whatever. I think that's the reality. I think that Fousey has a very like inflated self-image, and I would say that probably diminishes as he gets older because he's not the young, nice looking man that he used to be.
No.
I'm sure that wanes on him. I'm just saying that like his popularity has kind of been, diminishing over time. I don't know how much more popular. I don't know if he's more popular now or whatever, but like, I mean, I would assume he was probably more popular several years ago, or at least more relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying all these factors might play into like him already kind of being maybe an unstable person. It's like, I don't know if I'm willing to give people like the mental health thing. Like, I guess everybody has their mental health, right?
Sure.
But like I'm not willing to give it to Fousey just because of the types of things he's done and the way that he always reacts for these types of things. This reaction to this is nothing new. And the fact that now he's had like 2 things within a week, be the exact same reaction and the same exact kind of problem.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but like, no, I the mental health thing, I can't go with that.
You're just not going to give him any leeway there.
I can't go with that. I just, at this point, I can't do it.
And that's, I guess that's fair.
He's just being a shitty person.
Well,
That's all it is.
Was definitely being a shitty person. And I do think it's possible that he kind of feels remorse after being a shitty person. I don't know how truthful I don't know how truthful that is. Did he feel like a shitty person after he did it because of his own inner like moral compass, or was it because his chat completely turned on him and started shitting on him?
Well, let's watch it again and see exactly when, because I can tell you. I mean, there's an exact moment when during that video. Oh wait, does it actually show the chat for that one? Oh, cool.
It does show a little bit of the chat, yeah. So.
Okay, let's see.
Well, I had to confess, I couldn't hold it for a fucking second. I didn't go to buy her no fucking snacks. I joined the Mile High Club. I'm sorry.
All smiles.
I shouldn't have shared that. I'm sorry. I'm lying, by the way. It's a joke.
You see a smirk starting to fall.
It's a joke. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke.
Yeah.
It's the body language.
Yeah.
Can you go? I'm sorry, not to do this, David. Can you go back a little bit, like more than where you were? Because like I want it pretty much to where when he first started, like he came back.
You went to Berlin.
Okay, so that's a thing. Where is this, by the way? Do you know what airport this is?
I do not know
just
what
curious.
airport this is. I have no idea.
Because it looks familiar, but I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, but they all look kind of the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's an airport. Yeah.
Sorry. I just joined the Mile High Club. And
All
it
smiles.
doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to
okay.
God. I swear on everything I love. I swear on everything I love. I just joined the Mile High Club in the airport.
So we got the delay.
Yeah.
Twitch delay is about 3 or 4 seconds.
Probably a little bit more than that.
Oh, because he's on mobile too, so it's probably
Yeah.
All right. It's probably more like 10.
I was gonna say, yeah, probably about 7 to 10 seconds, maybe 15 on the upper side.
Yeah, because you're dealing with airport Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's probably like 10 or 12.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bad streamer. I
Oops.
didn't.
Don't you hate
switch.
when that happens? I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up there, chat. So so he was gone. Well, I don't know because this is cut up, right? This is clipped up, so we don't know how long he left his camera there just running, right?
Right.
So
Knowing Fousey, if he really did have sex, it was probably like 5 minutes.
I think he said about 10 minutes or so.
Cap.
Well, hang on here. There's a timestamp. See that 9:22, 10:46 a.m. See that in the bottom right-hand corner?
Okay.
So let's
9:22 versus.
Somebody.
What does that say? I can't read it.
okay. It was. Hang on here.
And I'm so ashamed in that. So if I have a chance to help somebody.
8:46.
Yeah, 8:46 to 9:22.
So that's about 40. Yeah, it's 40 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, but this is again, it's chopped up. So
No. But I'm saying like real time. Like I mean, like I guess he could have still been talking to her for like a little. Yeah, whatever. His amount of time. Whatever. This is autistic. It doesn't really matter.
10 to 15 minutes. I think that's
Yeah.
a fair. I think that's a fair.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Not funny enough for the joke, but yeah.
No. Yeah, I know you're trying to say Speedy Gonzalez. I get you.
Exactly.
Sorry.
He ran back too.
Yeah.
I just joined the Mile High Club. And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love. I swear on everything I love. I just joined the Mile High Club.
So do you think he did? Do you think he did anything sexual with that girl? What's your gut tell you, Max?
Yes, my gut tells me yes, he did.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind because here's the thing. She was intoxicated. She was obviously intoxicated, and
So much so to where she's willing to tell a stranger that she's been sex trafficked.
exactly right. So
And if you know anything about sex traffic victims, it's
not something they go around just talk about. So
In the airport, in the men's bathroom. I swear to God.
I've been keeping track of the time.
I had to confess. I couldn't hold it for a fucking second. I didn't go to buy her no fucking snacks. I joined the Mile High Club.
I think that's when he saw it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
It was
shouldn't
right
have said
before he
that.
said
I'm
snacks.
sorry.
So that was roughly
I'm
like
sorry.
20 seconds, 22 seconds, something like
Yeah,
that
something
after he
like that.
sat down.
yeah, probably so. Yeah, probably something.
So
like
that lines up about when he would probably start paying attention to chat and when chat would start wilding, you know?
Yep.
It would take about that amount of time. So yeah. He flipped because of that.
Sure.
I mean, again, like it is reasonably possible that it's a joke and then he came back and he just whatever. And then like now it starts, but like, again, it's just like, how pathetic is it to come back and then have your chat be like that?
Yeah.
And then for you to be like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It was just a prank. You guys don't. Because, like, why would you go into the whole, like, I'm a terrible person thing if it was a joke? You would just be like, guys, you guys are crazy right now. Like, come on. Like, that was obviously a joke. Like, come on. Like, you'd be mad. You wouldn't be sad about it. You wouldn't be like, oh my God, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
I'd
Again,
be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck, chat?
I want to encourage you guys once the stream is over with today. If you've never watched the Two Colossals Crazy videos on FouseyTube, go watch them. And you'll see this guy's maniacal. He's not a good person.
Yeah. What
never
kills me?
was.
It makes me the most angry. It's the most angry I think I've ever been in a content creator when he was doing all of those videos, and he did so many of them where he would go around and give people money, and it was fake. And he staged the whole thing. They were all paid actors. It was bullshit. Like, and the thing was, he got exposed for this, and then he did it again.
Yeah,
like
he didn't care.
That's the thing. He didn't give a shit. He never cared. Ever. You know?
No.
And you think like, oh, that's harmless. Like, who cares? He would use that as an excuse for why he's such a good person.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's
like brazenly.
He was putting out this false narrative like he was this good, benevolent person, right? Doing these benevolent things.
He's a fake. He's always been a fake.
No. And he got into that whole fake thing with Rice Gum too, where they, supposedly Rice Gum sucker punched him and stuff. Remember, that was all bullshit.
Right. Yeah. That was the man. God, that sucked. Because I remember watching that live. Because wasn't that like a little video? Wasn't it that one where they're in like the parking lot or whatever? Am I remembering that right?
No, there was like in a building, an apartment building or something like that. So.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah. No, it was.
But yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was.
There was another thing with Fousey though, where he was like in a parking garage with somebody, and it was going to be like a fight, and then it would just turn it up. It was just really dumb. It was just like, we got you guys. You guys thought we were gonna blah blah blah. I don't remember who it was with though. Yeah, I thought it was Rice Gum, but well, maybe I'm just.
It may have been, but again, this is none of those stories, and if we went out there and searched YouTube, we might be able to find the videos, but
right, yeah.
Okay, so a troublemaker says, the parking garage was with Rice Gum. So
okay, yeah, so it was that one.
So maybe how did that story? Was it maybe a deal where they had a little thing at the I remember it was like an apartment complex or something.
There was something about that too.
And then they set up a thing to do a thing. Maybe that's what it was. And they were going to meet up and actually like come to blows.
I think you're. I think what happened. What happened was, from what I remember, and maybe I'm totally wrong from this.
Yeah.
I think it was that they went back and forth on videos. It was like, and it was something like Rice Gum made like a video out of nowhere and was just like, you know what, fuck that FouseyTube. Like, it was really dumb. Like, it was very obviously a bit from the very beginning. But he did that, and then I think Fousey responded, and then I think they met up in some, and then I think it was the garage thing, and then they had their like fake whatever, and then it was like, oh, what's gonna happen? What happened? And then I think they both made a video in the condo or whatever. That's what I remember, at least. I don't like, and then they came out and they were like, I got you, and it was supposed because like they were trying to do like a PSA of like fake dramas or something. They were like, this is what you guys are so easily tricked by all this, and everybody in commentary is just like, what the we knew this was bullshit. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I mean, it was as fake as that shit that we did this last week.
I know. No, what we did was more real, honestly.
You think
we gave
so?
It more of our all. Oh hell yeah! There were people who actually believed that shit. Nobody believed the FouseyTube Rice Gum thing.
I don't know if anyone actually believed it or not. I think enough people know us by now that know we just do bullshit things all the time.
I choose to believe that they believe it. That makes me feel better.
Okay. All right. If that's what. But let's get to the chat.
I'm sorry. I'm lying. By the way, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a huge joke.
No, you're a huge joke.
It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke.
But I'll say at least
is he drunk?
I don't know. I don't know. Possibly. I will say this though: his haircut looks really nice. I mean that haircut is on point. It's almost like
he looks like. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it almost looks like it's like permanently that way or something.
Oh, like he tattooed it.
Yeah,
I think you might be right. Actually, you know what he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like a conehead. Did he really?
Yeah, you don't know that story? Yeah, dude, he actually had that shit tattooed on. That's an actual tattoo. I shit you not. It's a tattoo.
He's a conehead with like a cholo tattoo.
I'm not joking. I can remember when that story broke that he tattooed his shit. I was like, oh, come on, Fousey. Well, damn.
Did he do his eyebrows too?
No, I don't think he did his eyebrows.
Okay.
But his hair, he tattooed that shit.
Wow.
I'm typing, I'm sorry in chat. It's a huge joke. It's a huge joke. You got pranked. You got pranked by FouseyTube. You got pranked by Fousey. And I got exposed.
Oh my God.
Not a good person.
It just looks like, oh, did they just do? Did they put it on like a emoji only thing? Because they got that thing now in Twitch where you could do where all you can do is emojis, right?
Yeah,
to quote,
emo only chat.
Yeah, to kind of, and everything's emotes. It
would say that. I think it would say it if it was emo only.
Why would it say emote only? Yeah, when it first switched that way, but if this has been running for a while, you wouldn't see that it was emote only, right?
I think it does say emo only chat, it like down where you can chat, but I think that the person who's recording this didn't want to do that because I think it would expose their handle.
Oh, well, fair enough on that too, right?
So
but
I don't know.
Here's what I will say.
Probably.
Here's what I will say. I can't believe people are just doing emotes only unless it was forced into it. There should have been in some
I
of
agree.
the
somebody would have said something. Yeah, I think you're right. So his mods probably.
His mods put in it. You know, yeah, I think so. Let's see here. Come on through some of this. Yeah, see, there's no text, there's no typing, there's no nothing. And all this time, nah, dude.
Oh.
Anyway,
I wish I had.
Says, I'm sorry, y'all. I fucked up badly. I have a lot of skeletons in my closet. I'm not a good person. I'm sorry.
Well, he's being honest there. He certainly does have a lot of skeletons in his closet.
And, here's the thing, Max. I mean, you and I have had these conversations. You and I are both big advocates for people getting second, third, fourth chances. Of course. Right?
Of course.
But at some point in time, you have to say, okay, this person is not warranted any more chances. I mean, you kind of have to wash your hands of him and move on. And honestly, that's kind of, I don't care about when he screws up or some shit, I'll talk about it. I'll laugh at his dumb ass and call him an idiot. And
Fousey has said some pretty despicable things, and he does it under the guise that like he's such a good person, or that like, oh, he's changed, or like, because like he gets in these types of problems, these types of dramas, and then he's like, oh no, chat, no, you don't understand. Was like you know what I just realized?
What's that?
FouseyTube is literally the guy that created the term. It's just a prank, bro. Like it was him, right?
Yeah. That sounds familiar. Yeah, it does sound familiar.
It's just a prank, bro. Like that whole like I'll tell or how about this? Like I'll be really charitable because I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure it was FouseyTube, but I'll be charitable and say at the very least he was a proliferator of that idea, of that concept. It's just a prank. It's just a social experiment, guys. Like he did so many things that were just so absolutely fuck. You remember? Holy shit, they're all coming back to me. Do you remember the prank that he did where it was like a black dude and then a white dude, and he made them like go at odds with each other to see like what people in real life would do or whatever? Like he would do like fucking race baiting back when like Black Lives Matter was like a very early concept. He would do that kind of shit. He would like race bait and try to like pit people against each other and shit like that for like views.
Was he the dude that parked the car that had like Trump like campaign shit on it or whatever, and then hired these black guys to come in and like damage the car and shit?
Yes.
Was that him?
Yes.
Was that him or somebody else?
That was him. Yes, that was him.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was him.
Yeah, Joey Salads. Joey Salads was another one of those guys back then who was doing that shit too.
Joey Salads too. I guess I should lay it more at Joey. I think It's Just a Prank, Bro is more Joey's shtick. Yeah. But I think Fousey was just as he proliferated that just as much.
Was so just to show that if you go on into the clip you'll see here, this is from the of all places, freaking H3 Reddit. Fousey mods are trying to cover up the airport incident. You can see here where this message is deleted. Someone told me what happened in PM, but it's like 2 paragraphs. I don't know exactly.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
So the star indicates that it's a VIP, which means that it's somebody who has to be like let in to the community, I think, or maybe that's just like the normal subscription.
Well, no, I think, okay, so the VIP is something that the streamer can assign to a person, saying,
Right.
hey, this person is important, so that their chat stands out, so you're more easily able to recognize if that person says something in chat.
Yeah.
The crown, if I'm not mistaken, is someone who is like a Prime member.
You are right. I think you
yeah.
are right about that.
Hang on here. Manic Pete says VIP is a diamond. Okay. So what's the star then?
I think it's just a normal subscriber. I was confused.
Okay,
I could have
maybe-
swore because
Maybe.
yeah. My bad. Okay, wait. I have it right here. It says Blue Wrench, Twitch staff, Yellow Badge, Twitch admin, Dark Green Axe, Global Mods, Red Cam, Broadcaster, Light Green Sword, Channel Moderator, Purple Battery, Twitch Turbo.
Okay.
All right, that's a short list. Does it answer a question?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the star means something. I don't know if that's like a.
I'm looking. It's almost here. I think it's.
Let's see here.
I think it's subscriber. I think it's just subscriber. It's so weird. I don't know why I can't like. I'm looking on like Twitch's official site now, and I can't even. I'm pretty sure it's just subscriber.
Here says here, Purple Star is a subscriber to a channel that doesn't have custom sub badges.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just can't believe that. Why the hell? Ugh, that bothers me. You're such a big person. Like you've got such a big chat. Why don't you have like custom? Come on. It's like it's such a bare minimum thing. Everybody does that.
Abby says Manic Pete knows all things Twitch. Yeah. The crown is prime. Yeah, I knew the crown was prime. The star. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Anyway.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so he's silencing his own subscribers then, because I thought it was like if it was a VIP, I was going to be like, listen, this is somebody that he let in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But it being a subscriber, I mean, I get it. I guess.
Anyway, so I guess we're into the down cycle of a FouseyTube now. I would tell you guys probably be watching, because this is not the end. This is only the beginning. Usually when these things happen with Fousey, it is usually several months cycle. And it will just get worse and worse and worse.
So if there's anybody out there, you got to brush up on your FouseyTube lore. I'll probably have to be doing the same.
Okay.
You got Voltage Mike in the
I can put him in here. Hey, Voltage, how you doing this morning?
Yo.
Hello. Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, I'm a little late to the live stream. I actually just woke up. So are we talking about FouseyTube?
No.
Yes.
We just finished talking about him, but do you have anything that you'd like to chime in on?
Yeah, basically, I mean, I assume you guys probably talked about this already a little bit. My biggest thing with FouseyTube right now is I just kind of can't help but feel so bad for the guy. In the sense that, like, you know, we saw what happened with the whole July 15th fiasco years ago. This guy's clearly unwell. I'll just be forthcoming with it. You know, I've got bipolar in my family. You know, my own brother is severe. This stuff has affected me. You know, this stuff has really affected me my whole life. You know, I've seen firsthand, you know, the whole phase of, you know, getting on his meds. He's doing great, but then he goes off of it. And it's just, it's sad. Like, I understand, you know, not wanting to take meds, not wanting to be tied down by that stuff, but there are certain conditions that you got to accept and be okay with the fact that you might just have to take meds for it your whole life. And I think Fousey, he probably slipped off his dose at some point, and now he's in a full-blown manic episode. It's very sad, because it really does just remind me of my family members and the stuff that they've gone through. And it's not like you can really look at a YouTuber, and I don't want to be parasocial and say, take the meds, Fousey, take the meds. But for guys like that, what other option really is there? I don't know.
So you mentioned.
Go ahead, Max.
Go ahead, Riff. I was gonna say you mentioned the July 15th thing. I was gone during that period of time, so I wasn't exactly sure what you were referencing. So I looked it up. I got a news article. It says July 15th, 2018. Youssef tried to. That's Fousey, by the way. Youssef tried to throw a free concert at Los Angeles Geek Theater featuring Snoop Dogg and Drake. However, it didn't go to plan. So I'm guessing this is just kind of like a failed thing that he had where he was trying to rival Coachella, is my understanding, and then it kind of fell through on him.
Yeah, so basically,
Ah,
yeah, if
yeah.
you want to know like the full situation, D-Max Drama Alert did do it like Keemstar. He did a pretty solid documentary. I think there's like a 3-part documentary. He was on the ground
Oh,
trying to
it's
get
that
as
one.
much
Okay.
footage
Yeah.
as
Okay. I knew
as
that.
it
I
was
knew
going
that.
down. Yeah,
I just didn't
yeah.
realize it was that
So
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Well, fair enough. I will say this, Mike. We have not been nearly as charitable as you are being right now.
Yeah,
But
that's all good.
And here's the thing about it. I am sympathetic to people who suffer with BPD. I have known people who are BPD and the struggle that they deal with, because like you said, the problem is they'll get on their medication and they'll do really well, and they'll get levelized and everything's cool, right? And then they get to thinking, well, I'm fine now, so I don't need the medication. And they quit taking the medication. And then here we go again. Now we have another manic episode. Now, is that what's going on with FouseyTube? I don't know. But what I do know is this is, if this is something that is problematic for him in his life, as far as him, being bipolar and these things, why would you do because the man has got money.
yeah.
Right, he made his money back in the day, back in the golden era of YouTube, where everybody got rich. These bigger creators got rich. Stuff. Why would you continuously subject yourself and do this shit to yourself, right? I don't.
I'm really sorry, chat. I think you all are gonna hate me for this, but I don't believe the whole mental health thing with. I just don't. I know that
Okay.
it's like it's such a subjective thing, or it's such a it should be an objective thing. But like
Yeah.
I just look at Fousey and I just look at the person that he is and the types of things that he's done and the way he
Yeah.
acts, and specifically when he gets manically depressed and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like this isn't a mental health thing to me. That's in my opinion, Fousey saying that is nonsense. I think it's just like him trying to get out of whatever problem he's in currently, is the way it's always been to me. But, obviously, I mean, there are people out there who legitimately do suffer from this, and I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that to me it's very unlikely. And at the very least, I'm not willing to give him an out. Your mental health doesn't shield you from negative criticism, and it certainly doesn't shield you from you having done shitty actions before in the past. I just can't imagine a world where you go up, you meet a sex trafficking victim, they're drunk, and then you take advantage of them, and then you come back and start crying about your mental health. Like, what the hell?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll finish out on this because yeah, thanks for bringing me on this morning, guys. I appreciate it. I'm definitely not I'm not going to excuse anything he's done, and you're absolutely right, D-Max. I'm not trying to do the full on shield. I'm just in the event
I know
if
that.
he
Yeah.
is if he is bipolar, if he is undergoing a manic episode, I just say, God bless. I hope his family pulls through for him. That's the
I
best
agree.
I'll give it.
I
Yeah.
agree. No, 100%. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to rip away his humanity or anything like that. It's just for him in particular. I don't know how much sympathy I have for his family. Immense sympathy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
Well,
D-Mac,
have a good morning, guys. Peace out.
thanks. Yeah, thanks so much,
Mike.
Mike. So, Pigeon Sada has a question for you in chat, Max.
I
Says, D-Max, would you say it's disrespectful for Fousey to use his mental health as a shield for criticism in your eyes?
Oh, not only would I say it's disrespectful, I would say it's full blown evil when people do that. Like
Yeah.
like to a degree. Like what I guess what I'm saying is it's not like Hitler levels of evil, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like it's evil in the sense that like that is, let's call a spade a spade. I'm not a religious man, but like that's a
Yeah.
sin. It's a sin against humanity to do that kind of thing, to do something bad and then turn around and blame the thing that society is like. Okay, for me, right? I am dyslexic. I've been diagnosed with dyslexia, and by all accounts, I have dyslexia. It would be like me going and speaking at some sort of public event where I had to read off a teleprompter, and me making a joke and saying like, "Oh, like I said the N-word because I misread something. Tee hee hee. I have dyslexia, guys." It's like no, like no, you don't get to just do that. You know what I mean? Like maybe a bad example, but I'm just saying like it's like you're trying to take it, you're taking advantage of something that everybody knows about because you know that it'll garner sympathy when you say that,
Yeah.
and it's not true. It's not real. Like that's just you, buddy. That had nothing to do with your mental health thing. That's just you. And you saying that has anything to do with your mental health? Yes, is disrespectful, and yes, does put like now a thing on like other people who have this, that apparently now people are going to be walking around assuming that anybody with BPD is just going to be, you know, banging sex trafficking victims, apparently.
Yeah. So I got another caller here. Good morning, weird caller guy. Do you have any thoughts on this old FouseyTube mess?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna come on, but DMAX said sin, so I felt like I felt like I wanted
Kind of had to. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, fair enough.
Well, when I had to take a whole course on how to deal with people coming to you with their problems, hearing confessions, things like that. And one of the things is that if somebody always has the same excuse, it's just that it's an excuse.
Right.
And I believe there's nobody who is completely unredeemable, unforgivable, but there comes a point where he would have to show a significant amount of what they call amendment of life.
Yeah.
He would actually have to show me that he was sorry, really sorry, and not, impulse control is one thing. Doing something as stupid as getting a handy in a men's room at an
airport by a sex trafficking victim.
Yeah, I mean all that. When in that 5 minutes they weren't on camera, did she mention that?
No, well that's the thing, is that was the first thing she said when he sat down. Was she was like, I'm in a cult, it's been really bad, and like she went right into it when he sat down on the video.
Yeah.
So
I thought that I was in a cult thing. I'm in a cult, or I was in a cult, was just sort of her being drunk. I missed that. But
yeah, I think
he took advantage of a drunk woman who said she was a sex trafficking victim. You can't blame that on BPD.
No. Or at least you shouldn't.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like
yeah.
it's
You can't do it and expect us to take you seriously.
Yeah.
And his, like I said, if he's really sorry, he has to actually show contrition.
Yeah.
And
No, but that's the thing, is so is it good enough then to show that contrition after he realizes that public opinion is not like on his side?
But contrition,
because that's the pattern.
Yeah, well, I know. Contrition would have to be ongoing, and the pattern of behavior would have to stop or slow down, or he would have to really try. That's what, like I said, amendment of life. I can't get over.
That's the thing with Fousey, though. That's why I'm at the point when I'm at. Maybe it's surprising to people that I'm not as charitable with this guy, but I've seen it time and time and time again.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you just got to say, call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I had forgotten about him. He had completely slipped out of my mind, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, he did. Oh yeah, he's been doing this sort of stuff."
Well, what's funny is that's exactly true, because he kind of left my brain too. And if he had come back and he had been nothing but like a good guy or whatever, I might have been able to be like, you know what, whatever, FouseyTube, things in the past, whatever, people can change. But the fact is that I see him now coming up in these stories, and it's like you're exhibiting the same type of behavior as you always have. So you haven't changed at all, Fousey.
Yeah, and if anything, he's getting worse. And he I always hate it when somebody is like grandstanding and then mentions, and then mentions God as if that he
it's like a get out of jail free card.
Between God and BPD, there's nothing that could stick to me. Is
Yeah.
sort of what I kind of hear him saying, and that's not a good attitude.
No.
And he would have to show a tremendous amount of I don't want to say groveling, but because he does that really well. Actual contrition. You know,
Yeah.
he switched from this is funny to this is sad, and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm a sex addict. He threw that in too.
Mm.
And I'm like, I don't get this. He's just,
You know, as a person who grew up in the church, right, come from a very religious family. Me, not so much these days, but still, one of the things that I can say I'm sorry 1,000 times, but if I continue to do the same type of stuff, that sorry carries no weight. If you're truly sorry about something, you're going to make changes in your life, right? It's like the alcoholic, right? So the alcoholic goes out, gets his load on, comes home, maybe says some heinous things at worst to family members at home, gets up the next morning through blurry eyes, says, "I'm so sorry. I'll get this," whatever. And this goes on sometimes for decades, right? The sorries carry no weight anymore because there's no attempt, there's no change to actually, make any positive movement in your life. You're still doing the exact same things over and over again. So, until somebody makes and that's not to say that they can get sober and then they fall back down again, and they get up and they pick themselves up and they dust themselves up. And sometimes it takes several times of doing that, right? But the whole point is that they are taking steps or moving towards sobriety. They're moving towards trying to be a good person, right?
Yeah. Well, there's also the point with my grandfather's older brother was a violent, nasty alcoholic.
Yeah.
And when their mother was dying, he couldn't make it up the stairs to say goodbye.
Yeah.
But while everybody else was upstairs, he stole stuff out of her living room.
Sure. To feed his addiction. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there came a point where one of my other great uncles said, stop saying you're sorry.
Yeah.
And he says, why? Doesn't it mean anything? He said, oh yeah, it means something, but it would mean more if I expected better of you.
Yeah.
And that really, that story has stuck with me.
Yeah.
Because I don't expect better of FouseyTube.
No.
It's kind of like, yep, okay, you did something awful. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
It's not surprising anymore. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not something that like. That's what I'm saying with Fousey is that it's you see the pattern of behavior. It could be years, like it has been for me. It's been years since I've cared or thought about FouseyTube.
Yeah.
And just to see it all kind of coming back in full swing, have him be the same exact type of person, even though every single time he gets into a situation, he says he's going to change. You're absolutely right. It's just that we expect this level from you, Fousey, and it's never. It's not shocking. It's not. Like I'm just more like okay, I'll say this. I never want to attack the audience of anybody, but there is a lot of times where certain content creators, I just sit there and I can't help but scratch my head and go,
yeah,
what do you see in this guy?
Yeah.
Like, what do you see here?
One thing I remember from the last time we were all living through FouseyTube, was that there was a certain vindictive glee in his audience.
Yeah.
They enjoyed winding him up and feeding him and seeing just how far off the end he'd go.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I mean, I guess that is true. So do you think it's like just a lot of haters in the chat? A lot of I don't know what you call them. What do you even call those?
I don't well, trolls,
maybe.
just trolls.
Fair.
But the thing of it is it doesn't seem that's the case anymore. I think those type and period of time, that's not to say there's not trolls out there. They still exist, right? But, from his reaction and it seems like to me, his chat was more of because this is 2023.
Yeah. All the trolls got bored. They left.
Yeah.
Now it's just the core.
Now it's just like, they're like, why would you, it's like they were very upset with his actions and behavior. And again, this is all based upon what this woman stated. Could it have been true? Possibly. Could it just been a story that she was telling to try to sucker some dude and giving her some money? Maybe she's an alcoholic. Maybe she needed a little extra money to just,
look. At the very least, she could not be a human trafficking victim and instead just be a drunk woman at an airport that FouseyTube should not have taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Like that's also a possibility.
Sure.
But you know what? Another element of that you mentioned, W to the chat. I think of anything, I trust Fousey's chat now because they were willing to hold him accountable. Yeah. I think that's pretty chef's kiss to me.
Yeah.
So like at the very least, I'll give him that. Like your chat's on it.
Yeah.
So
all right. So any closing thoughts there? We're caller guy, because I gotta wrap up a couple of things here and get out of here. So
nope. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem, brother. Have a great day.
Thanks,
you
dude.
Too.
Yeah.
Good call-ins, always.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I got some really good people. So I guess here's the thing. We got the Law Cow podcast, right? It's a thing. It's Tommy C, it's Boogie, and it's Wings of Redemption. They put out a thing here saying, who would you like to see as a co-host? And there was a lot of people talk about, we want to see, DSP is not going to be on there because he was supposed to be one of the original members and he didn't want anything to do with it. So you guys can check that notion right out the window. But another one that they had recommended, or people were talking about, they want to see, was Low Tier God. So Law Podcast put out a thing today saying, we have extended an invitation to Low Tier God to come on for an episode of the show. We'd love to have him, but the ball is in his court. Show him some love if you'd like to see him on for an episode. So maybe that'll happen. Maybe they'll get him on there. That could be.
So is everybody who's coming on this podcast getting $50,000?
No.
No,
well, I think that was just.
Well, shit. How the hell are we going to break this to Jessica Pizzle then?
I don't know, man.
Poor girl. She was like really needing that money, man.
I know. But I don't. But I think if you get on something like that, some exposure that you might get could equate to some growth and maybe more money. I don't know. Yeah, so
I think so. Well, that's cool. I'm glad. I'm happy. Like I love the idea I love the concept of the podcast.
Yeah.
I hope they do that. I hope that they get more people on it. I don't know who Low Tier God is, but I mean that sounds like fun. I know that Chris Chan was one that was floated around a lot. If they could get Chris Chan, that would be amazing. That'd be so good.
Tommy C talked about this a little bit yesterday on his podcast. He talked about this, and he was talking about some of the comments that he was getting on his Twitter feed, people tweeting at him about this and stuff, right? And he was talking about the different types of law cows that exist out there in the nexus that is the internet, right? You have people who are like Jordy, Wings of Redemption, and Boogie. Now they both know that they're law cows, and they're self-aware enough to know that they're law cows, right? But then you have law cows out there that are not aware and so the whole thing.
Do you think Chris Chan is? Do you think Chris, for example?
No.
I guess Chris Chan is not under any. Yeah, Chris Chan's just like, I got this little comic book. Look at it. Look at this little comic book I made.
I think because of his mental limitations, I don't think Chris Chan possesses the power to understand what a law cow is and what he is.
People just watch me on the internet. That's all it is.
Yeah. And Low Tier God is another one of these guys that doesn't believe he's a law cow. DSP is a person who doesn't believe he's a law cow.
God damn. You got to think, like, if you're DSP, like you gotta think like, hey, hold on. Like have a moment where you look at yourself in the mirror and really think about things to go, okay, listen. Reasonably, who are the people that are around me right now? They mostly want to see me fall. Like what would you call that?
Yeah, Tipster's probably one of the more recent ones to join this group of people. And it's sad because I actually, he blocked me for whatever reasons. I don't know. I don't think I've ever really talked about him, but whatever. It's not like I lost sleep over it, but yeah, he has joined the ranks of being a law cow.
He's joined the herd.
Suck your own butthole. You're doing great.
So Chris Tan, you spoke his name too many times, has donated. He says, "Want to know how I fucked my mom?" No, D-Max does not want to know how you. I'm sorry. He says, really. D-Max, do you want to know how I fucked my mother?
No, I don't. Yeah,
I didn't. I figured you probably didn't.
I mean, I figured it probably took a lot of shame, a lot of lack of preparation.
I don't know. All I'll say
a book
is
of Karma Sutra.
Is if they can get low tier God on there, that could be an interesting. Could be a very interesting.
Well, I'm looking forward to
episode. Here, this is a new little thing that is going on Toxic's channel. Doug on the radio, and they're just 60-second little shorts.
They're great. I think they're awesome.
They are awesome. Because
they're so random. They're not about anything in particular. They're just always like whatever random thought Doug has, which is really all you need, really. I mean, if you think about it, Doug has the best like just off the cuff thoughts, and we needed a way to be able to get this into our eyeballs, into our ear canals. So I'm very happy about it. So
another one that I saw that he did was about commercials. He was talking about watching commercials on television.
Yeah.
This one here is he does a SummerSlam 2023 review, which of course SummerSlam I think just happened last night. I know DeadOnDave was doing a stream and was it Saturday? I guess it was Saturday night it happened, and he was doing a live reaction kind of play-by-play thing on it and what have you. But anyway, let's just listen to Doug here.
Yeah. I just got done watching SummerSlam WWE, and the last match made no fucking sense to me. I just could not believe it when Jimmy betrays his brother Jay. I'm like, what made no sense? Then why did they did a tag team match to fight Solo and Roman in Money in the Bank? Just to betray him? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And you know what, Roman Reigns? You can take your tribal beads and shove them up your ass.
Oh, my God.
That's it. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Doug.
Oh, good night. That's awesome. He just says he's going to turn his tribal beads into anal beads. I love it. I love it.
Doug W.
Doug W.
Common Doug W.
Exactly. Yeah. Doug never takes an L. Doug always gets the W. Always. He's
a community treasure.
Exactly. So Super Dave, someone who you kind of took some issues with
I have no idea what you're talking
a few days ago, says both strikes on my channel have been reversed. I hope all of you enjoyed the amazing fair use Jeremy Hale's content that I have been making. Also, hopefully the new Milltown video will be out.
Suck your own butthole. You're doing great.
Will be out today. Lots of editing still needs to be done. And I got a donation from K Huck. She tipped $5, and she says, "You're doing great, people. You can suck your own butthole."
That is a really good donation sound. People have been saying that in my chat, even.
K Huck, if I was flexible enough to suck my own butthole, I wouldn't be on live right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here.
I would actually be enjoying.
I wouldn't be here either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So be careful what you wish for.
In terms of this, I would just say, like, that's good. I'm really happy for Dave. I'm glad that he's gotten back. He's able to kind of get back in the swing of things.
Sure.
Is the implication that he's going to make more Jeremy Hale's videos? Because if he does that, I would not advise that. Because
I advised him not to as well. The problem is this. Yes, more times I would say he's probably not ever going to take you to court, right? So there's no risk there. The problem is anytime and every time you cover him, he is going to DMCA your video. Okay.
Yeah.
So what that's going to do is if you continue to make videos, then it's going to slow down your production.
Right.
So you're not going to be able to produce videos because, boom, all of a sudden you get 3 strikes on your channel. And I'll tell you something else. When you do a DMCA strike, I'm not for sure how much damage that does to your channel as a whole as far as the algorithm, but I don't think it helps it any.
Well, if the strike in the algorithm is not the thing to do you in, the amount of time you have to take off to get those videos off will.
Yes.
So either way, I think you're kind of probably just better off just.
And
I mean, this is just a PSA for everybody in general. I know this is a thing that's come up a few times, but it's like, listen, guys, like you have to pick your fights very, like, carefully.
Yes, 100%. And the thing
if you want to do it on YouTube,
yeah. And the thing of it is this too, right? I don't know necessarily if I would have done this or not, but he got the 2 strikes. He got extremely concerned, and he turned around and he privated all of his videos. Right. So if you went to his channel, there was 0 content. So he started up another. Go ahead.
Well,
you had a question.
So was Jeremy Hales? Was he like striking videos that were not related to him?
No, only videos that had to do with him.
I could understand him doing that if he's worried that Jeremy Hales is going to be completely bad faith and just do that to like things that he's not even in. Right.
Sure.
But if there's no evidence of that, I think that's like overly cautious and probably not really necessary.
And the second strike, just to show you how stupid this Jeremy Hales guy is. The second video that he struck, he didn't even use any Jeremy Hales content or video. He talked about
So maybe that's the impetus then. Maybe I'm going to give it to Dave then. Maybe that's him going, okay, well, I made a video where I didn't even show him and he struck it.
Well, okay. He showed him, but he didn't show any videos. What he did was he commissioned an artist to draw a caricature of him.
Right.
I think it had devil horns on it or something like that. He struck the video because of the caricature.
Well, that's a breach of Super Dave's copyright, I guess, technically, but YouTube doesn't care about that. So.
No, it does. So I guess it's like this, right? So you've got this hornet out there, this hornet's nest that really needs to be removed, which is Jeremy Hales as far as him not understanding fair use. But YouTube is not going to do anything as far as these false DMCAs, right? Even though they have a policy in place to deal with things like that, they, to my knowledge, have never punished anybody for filing false DMCAs. So, and that Jeremy is never going to come to an understanding of what fair use is. So why? And here's the thing: you're not really getting any sub growth, I don't think, by covering the dude or covering what you feel is an injustice. So why would you continue to go stick your pecker inside this hornet's nest and get stung?
Again, it's a cost benefit analysis, and this is a net negative. Like even if he was getting thousands of views from doing like Jeremy Hales content, your channel's gonna get deleted. So why? Like I get it. It's the bravery aspect of it. Congratulations, good for you. But like it's just there's a difference between being the brave warrior that steps in front of the dragon and knows that there's going to be a fucking, fire-breathing dragon that's going to evaporate you immediately, and you going, all right, I see the fire-breathing dragon. Is there another angle that I can approach this with? Or maybe I just don't even fuck with this thing now. Yeah. Maybe I just wait. Maybe I wait until I got an army, and then I go fuck with the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, but that's pretty much it. I had a little short here. I don't think I'm going to watch yet. It doesn't matter.
What is it? Come on. Let's see it.
All right. It's how to make Irish coffee. So we'll learn how to make Irish coffee. Everybody go make Irish coffee, and then we're going to get our workday started. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Good Irish whiskey.
Oh, hell yeah. Damn, that's a generous pour, too.
Yeah, it is.
feel like I need it for this one. Get some of that heavy whip. Yeah. Yep. Hell yeah. Damn.
And that is an Irish coffee. And
that actually looks good. I don't even like Irish coffees. I want that right now.
Yeah. I think I would definitely have one or two of them this morning.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so Max, let me just say something.
Okay.
I love this new little thing that you're doing, right? You did a little stream the other day on your second YouTube channel. You did a little drama content. It was on me. That's okay.
You asked for it.
Did I ask for that?
That was the okay. Well, I want you to know now that we're like past that, I want you to understand all of the little subtle things that I put in there. You realize I was wearing like a Star Wars like shirt, right? Throughout that.
So do I got a code red again? Because I've gotten code red.
No. You got to hear me out. Okay. I was wearing a Star Wars shirt that day. Okay. I wore it for you. It was a dog whistle.
You dog whistled, all right.
I presented the mug to show you my allegiance, to show you that was all in good jest and good fun, sir. So, I did that on you because you were the one who was asking for drama content. So I decided to do it on you for you.
I hear you. I hear you.
Well, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I did
sure
too.
Did.
Thought it was a lot of fun.
It was just very coincidental that my air conditioning took out because I was like, I'm going to spin this now into, and then it didn't spin quite the way I wanted it to because evidently you're just as beloved in this community as I am. So
no, I just have bots. I literally just literally that vote was just botted 100%.
But it was we had fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And got Pizzle to making content, got Abby to making content.
Hell yeah.
Listen,
this is what we do. We provided content for all of you fine folk. All right.
Exactly.
And we will until evermore, So dude, fuck. I mean, sorry, I haven't really looked. How close are you? Oh my God, you're so close. You've only got 36. You need 36 subs to hit 1,000. We are almost in the at the 10 mark. We're so close,
Let's see here.
So, speaking of alt accounts, everybody, if anybody has an alt account, please go sub to Peepaw.
Nah, let's not do that.
No. I mean, I'm not saying make them. I'm just saying, if you happen to have a few laying around, or if you have any, I don't know, you have like a grandmother that likes to go on YouTube and wouldn't know any better, or a mom, or like an aunt, an uncle. Maybe you go log in there and just really quickly, give Peepaw a sub. I don't know.
Was it like 36?
Wow, look at that.
36, I think. 36 subs or something like that.
Yeah, 36 subs. But look at that. Look at that jump. Look at that, the bar graph there.
Yeah, in the last 20. Yeah, the last 20. It's been pretty insane.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
that's great. Good for you, buddy.
It's I'm excited. It's got me now to where I'm like, okay, I've got to get busy. Because I had all these plans, but I thought, okay, I've got plenty of time, but now it seems like it's maybe going to be here quicker than what I thought. So I've got to get with some artists, and I've got to get some stuff done. So that when I'm able to start having channel memberships and things like that, so they get their little, unique badges.
And
yeah,
stuff.
the unique badges.
That's right, because I did just make fun of Fousey for not having that,
exactly.
Right? So I guess now you have to. Yeah.
And I gotta get the not only that, but I've got to get like some what we call the little chat things where people can do little chat things. What is it?
Oh, you mean the emotes?
Emotes and stuff in chat. Yeah, I gotta get some emotes made.
You can get some of those pretty easy. Hey,
yeah.
Abby.
Hey, Abby.
Hey, I have a problem with it. Oh, with all the guys in this community. Oh, we let the women gave them content, but I mean, why is it every single time men start doing content and then women start doing content? It's you're welcome. We're welcome.
Well, Abby, it's because we gave you a rib and you ate the apple. All right, that's why. All right.
So
this is why things go the way they do.
First of all, I did not bring sex into the conversation. I said, Max and I did a little thing, and that got Abby and got Jessica you know, to start making content, which is good for everybody, right?
Right.
If others went out and started making content about it and stuff as well, I think maybe Leia something maybe even did something as well. So I maybe Badwick
I just
even
see
talked
Matt
about
Pitt
it.
always doing the same thing about Xylee and how her podcast is
Okay.
his responsibility. And
But here's the thing: Matt Pitt is misogynist, and I'm not.
Yeah.
That is true. At least we can agree on that.
It's a decent point. Yeah.
Well, that whole and Max, you're kind of in there with them on that now recording, but I'm
a gay filmmaker, so yeah, whatever.
No, anybody that made, you know, the thing of it is, you know, I got some, I guess, criticism and rightfully so, whatever, that, oh, it's just another one of those fake things that, you know, Peepaw and D-Max and stuff does. Yeah, it was fake. It was fake.
No, dude, it was really real, but it was really, really fun.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you what, it was really fun. So you could say, oh, it was fake. It was fucking, it had a gay filmmaker involved, whatever your problem is, okay? Like, that seems like a you problem. Like, how about you just laugh and have fun?
What?
Like, not everything has to be controversy. That's for now recording, okay?
Exactly. And yeah, and to that point too, like, I mean, even Doug was saying that the WWE stuff was not nearly as entertaining as what we had going on, right? So, like, you know, if you think about it, we're kind of doing WWE better than WWE does.
I didn't hear that, but if you heard it,
I mean,
guess...
that's what I heard. I mean, that's what I choose to hear.
That's what you choose to hear.
No, no. Because what I was trying to say was that Doug said that the WWE thing that he was talking about, he didn't really like it. It wasn't very believable, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, we legitimately actually had some people being like, "Is this real? Like, is this like at a certain point? Like not towards the end of it, but like in the middle of it, they were like, "Is this real?"
Yeah, there were some people that, but here's the thing. I would rather people be laughing and wondering, you know, is this real? Is this is this that, whatever. I would rather them be doing that, right? Maybe versus talking about some sort of he said, she said situation where there's a twit longer or a Google Doc or something like that. Yeah, I'm tired of that crap. I'm tired of that. So, and here's a little news flash. If you go back to the some of those beefs that occurred, they were real. Some of them there was some realness to them, but a lot of them were just people doing that to get their names out there, get talking, because they did it to draw attention and get more subs and things like that. Now, Max and I wasn't necessarily doing that.
No.
If it was a benefit of it, okay, fine, whatever. We just were having fun and cutting up.
Well, and that was the best part is like I got to make, like, I'm obviously not necessarily a troll, but I just have fun with things.
Yeah.
I like to laugh. That's kind of my bit. And so the fact that you guys like took what I would put out and then spun it into a completely different way was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was exactly what commentary does. It's like spin things out of control, but that's like, it doesn't have to be malicious every time either.
Yeah.
That's the thing that people don't understand either, is like what we're basically doing is kind of like a skirmish. It's like a war game, right? It's like it's bullshit, and we're just doing like, what if this because what I was approaching it from was like, what if this was real? Like, what if I actually was trying to get the W in this situation? Like, what kind of like, and then, you know, take it to like its logical extreme, just to be like so over the top and stupid that like hopefully nobody who's watching would even like assume that it's not real, you know, that it is real. But yeah, because it's just like the whole thing of like reframing things or trying to get people in like a gotcha or taking things out of context. Like those are all things that commentary does. And to put a funny sort of comedic spin on that and just show it for what it is. That's like, there's these people out here who are saying they're trolls and stuff like that, but it's like, they don't, like, that's not what they do. They just actually do that. They're not funny. Yeah, they're not funny. And they just do that like as not a joke. They do it as like real life. Like that's actually just how they are, versus us who is just doing it for like the shits and giggles, you know? So yeah, it was fun, man. I mean, I don't know if we'll do it all the time because it does wane on you a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was staying up, like I get off work at like 7 o'clock in the morning usually, and I was going to bed at like midnight, or sorry, not midnight, 12 o'clock, like working on this little dumb video on my phone, which to go to Voltage Mike's, you know, question way long ago, like, can you do this stuff with like minimal like equipment? Yeah, 100%.
Oh, sure.
I literally did all of that from my phone. So like, just have fun with it. Why not?
And you know, like I said, the videos and stuff that Pizza was doing.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a $400 computer setup that I got. It's a refurb Dell computer that we got her and sent to her back some time ago for her because she was making stuff on her phone and a Chromebook. And we just reached out and helped her and you know what have you and got her got her up and going. So you don't have to have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in computer equipment to make content.
Well, and doing like those super short, dramatic, like basic edits was kind of an homage to you guys being like, oh, well, like she just edit her videos and this and that because it was just like so basic and simple. But it's just everybody just kind of having fun and uplifting people. It was just to be fun.
It was a perfect little beef. It was because it was great. Just the fact that you came in. And then, it became about you, and then it became about Jessica, and it was just like that was beautiful. Like the whole way it played out was so perfect. So good job everybody involved. Go check out Abby's channel. She makes some good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
I'm gonna dip out. You guys have to finish work, but I was just calling in to give you the misogynist talk. But I'm out, you guys. Love you,
thanks for calling in, Abby. Yeah, exactly. You 100%. You can $300-$400. And they've got some decent monitors on Amazon now for like $100. They're like 24-inch monitors. So seriously, for like $400 tops, shipping, handling, the whole kit and caboodle, you can get a like an i7 processor with like 16 gigs of RAM. They usually put a couple of hard drives in it. One of them will be an SSD for the OS, and they'll have like a terabyte mechanical drive that you can use to put store your data on, like your videos and things like that you want to.
I'm just saying you should, if anybody out there is looking at that stuff, you should probably get it now rather than later because it might get more expensive. So just keep in mind the world is in a weird place right now, and if you want chips, you want anything with a chip, get it now.
It's a cool deal. So anyway, I got to get out of here. Max, all right. What are you doing today? Are you doing anything prosperous?
Oh man. Well, I believe I haven't looked, but I think there is a now recording stream later today. Okay. So that'll be cool.
It is Monday. Yeah, it is
Monday.
It is your live stream. That's your live stream.
Yeah. So I don't know what we're going to do, or like I said, even if there is one, I haven't pressed on the group chat thing yet, but I assume that's a thing. So go follow now recording. And then for everything me, dmaxhs.com, and you can get all my links and everything. D_Max_HS on Twitter, and that's it.
Hopefully, Matt Pitt will get his small window resolved. I've searched high and low. We're
so screwed if he doesn't. We're so screwed.
I have scoured the tech blogs, everything. I cannot find anything about this issue that he's having. I did give him a couple of things to try. I don't know if he's gotten a chance to try it or not, but what I will advise you guys in chat, those that listen to the VOD later, if you're watching a stream and Matt Pitt is around and he has any type of moderation powers, do not under any circumstance, because he will time you out.
Yeah.
He is on a kick right now. Yeah. Anybody that talks or brings up,
well, no, he's on YouTube. He isn't on.
Well, okay, yeah, but I mean, he's on a tear. Let me put it this way: he's on a tear right now. He is really fed up with this whole small window situation, and if you bring it up and he's around and has moderator powers, he will time you out. He will put you in the corner, and
you can't undo that.
Nope, you can't. So the streamer, like, he came into my when was it, Friday night when I was doing my stream, I think it was, or whatever. Mm-hmm. He started timing people out, and I went to look to see if I could do, and because he timed out Reese, and I was like, nope, there's nothing. I, as a channel owner, could not go in and untime him. It's just you have to let the time run, and when he does it, it's like a 5-minute timeout. It's 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. You're in timeout for 5, which means you cannot chat for 5 minutes. So
the Matt Pitt gulag, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So anyway.
So beware, everybody. Don't make fun of Matt or his tiny window.
Oh boy. So looks like K-Huck. What is this? Oh. So
Wow,
K-Huck
when
has
is that
got
gonna
this
be?
in 5 days, it
5
says.
days. Ooh,
So on the
12th.
12th, so evidently she's going to have a conversation with Matt Pitt about his small
Saturday.
window. Yeah, it's
This
Saturday.
Cool. Well, that'll be fun. I'm that'll be an interesting one. I really love all the interviews K-Huck has been doing lately.
She's been knocking out of the park. She just did one
it. With Xylee.
Xylee. She did one with Maggot Edits. She's done with DeadOnDave.
Yeah.
She did one with you too, right? Did
she?
Go, what do you mean?
Yes,
did
she did. She
yes.
did. Yeah, she did. I'm just being stupid.
I was on there. She had me on there.
Were you her first? Who was her first? Again?
Oh, no. I didn't know her first. Let's see here.
I don't remember.
Let's see who her first was. I'm not big enough of a player.
Okay.
To
Spectre was it? Yeah, Spectre was the first one. That's what it was.
Spectre.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There it is. It's right there. It's at the top
Spectre.
left.
Yeah, interview with Spectre, and then she did Bunny. She did Bunny.
Right, and then I was after Bunny.
And then
Murdoch.
And then Murdoch. And then she did on Dave, and then finally me. I was like, kind of like an afterthought, sort of,
chop liver.
Yeah, whatever. Which I understand. I don't, it is what it is.
People. You're pulling a Fousey right now. You're trying to make us feel bad for you.
No, not at all. I understand. Look, I am a man of very limited intelligence and mediocre at best entertainment value.
Ever since you told me that whole thing about Winnie the Pooh, I just can't help but just think every time you say that, I'm a bearer of average intelligence,
Exactly. I am a man of average intelligence, and I'm kind of fluffy like Pooh, and I have to sit and think and think and think and think and think.
Keep on comparing yourself to Pooh. It'll work out for you.
Hey, listen,
it's because you're the shit, dog.
Nah, not at all. So, anyway.
All right. I'm gonna let you get to work, dude.
Yeah, I gotta get to work. But thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. And
no worries. All right, chat. Have a good one, every pony. Bye.
Bye. All right. And on that note, guys, I'm out of here too because I do have to get to work. I hope you guys have a great Monday. I hope you have a good week. And not for sure what all's going to happen this week. I've got to get with my my co-host over at Clear as Mud. We've got a few things in the hopper. Some new things we want to try. Going to try to get that started this week. We should be back and have our Thursday night live stream, our Sunday afternoon live streams. And like I say, we're close to having 500 subs over there as well. Once we do that, we can start doing memberships and stuff, streams over there. The girls have a lot of things that they want to do as well. So anyway, you guys take care. Have a blessed week. And remember to always keep your powder dry. And I'll see you in the funny papers.